Hello everyone, my name is Bishwas Thapa and today I am presenting my individual learning portfolio for career development learning module. My placement was as a cybersecurity intern at Nexalaris Tech Private Limited. This presentation outlines my 12-week journey from theoretical study to professional security operations. I worked within the security department at Nexalaris Tech. Nexalaris Tech is a firm which is specializing in security integrated systems and AI integrated systems. This was a remote internship which required 15 to 20 hours of commitment per week. I reported directly to the CEO Vivek Kumar Shah through weekly check-ins and weekly team meetings through Google Meet. My primary responsibilities included penetration testing, network reconnaissance, and researching on emerging AI threats. During the first week of my placement at Nexalaris Tech, I established my technical roadmap by researching industry standard frameworks like OAuth's Top 10. On second week, we were assigned team projects in which we had to penetration test target one. We began with passive reconnaissance using tools like DNS lookup, dig, and Shodan for domain intelligence gathering. We mapped the external digital footprint of targeted systems and identified publicly exposed assets that standard scans might miss. On week three, we started active reconnaissance by performing extensive port scanning and service version detection. We also successfully visualized internal network structure and identify on-patch software. We documented these findings and submitted it to the CEO. On the fourth week of my internship, we deployed automated scanners to identify high-risk flaws like SQL injection and cross-site scripting. By cross-referencing recon data from the previous week, we refined the scanner's scope. On the fifth week, we moved into exploitation phase and executed XSS payload to test session security and validate broken access control. We maintained high ethical standards by ensuring all testing remained within our authorized scope. On week six, we drafted proof of concept and and executed summary using the risk assessment metrics. We also categorized vulnerabilities and provided clear roadmap for remediation to the development team. On the seventh week of internship, I researched on Anaton platform architecture and AI safety filter mechanism. My research into advanced prompt injection and jailbreaking methods on 8th week revealed how attackers can break safety layers in chatbots. On ninth week, I conducted a security assessment on the integrated AI system, in which I discovered a hallucination where the AI fabricated words analysis for a fictional decision. I also identified insecure output handling as the AI correctly identified a false premise but then provided a roadmap for implementing the false scenario, which was out of the scope of the AI. I proposed implementing temporal key filterings to mitigate misinformation risk. Moving forward to the 10th week, I built SSL brute force alert system in Anaton. I configured nodes to ingest logs and set threshold to distinguish between accidental login errors and genuine brute force attacks, which provided brute force alert via email. Moving on to the 11th week, we initiated systematic pen test on second target. We used our refined methodologies and our efficiency improved significantly as we used a cheat sheet of advanced command which we developed earlier, which allowed us to map the attack surface much more faster than week 3. As a final task of my internship, I researched into Node4's vulnerability. I analyzed interpretation conflicts in ANS.1 parsing to understand how malformed cryptographic structures can be used to bypass digital signature. In the academic context, my placement provided a bridge between my degree and the industry. The security in computing module was my technical foundation for web assessment and penetration testing. Professional ethical issues prepared me for ethical demands of my non-disclosure agreement and handling sensitive clients' data. Finally, risk crisis and security management provided logical mindset for vulnerability assessment and standardized risk assessment metrics for severity category. Reflecting on my own growth, my primary strength became my professional communication. I refined my ability to report complex findings. At the initial phase of internship, I struggled to speak in meetings, but I addressed this by preparing structured technical notes beforehand, which allowed me to confidently brief the CEO on project milestones. In documentation skill, I learned to translate complex exploits into executive summary that non-technical stakeholders can understand. And at the final evaluation, I performed adversarial testing on AI agents. I identified a medium risk hallucination, which we discussed earlier. Uh, this task required me to become highly adaptable and encouraged me to research in latest prompt injection and jailbreaking techniques. Reflecting on learning outcomes, I achieved all 10 agreed learning outcomes, but during the first week of remote internship at Nexalaris Tech, I experienced a significant level of agitation in the team meeting. Uh, Feeling intimidated by the high level of expertise present in the meeting, I was unable to open up and ask what I needed to. So to overcome this issue, I developed a strategy of preparing structured technical notes before every briefing. I adopted a black box methodology to test the AI integrated system, example AI. This required researching jailbreaking and prompt injection techniques to bypass standard safety filters. I also developed proficiency in Anatan, in which I mastered node-based logic and streamlined threat detection and alert notification. I encountered that and overcame three primary challenges during my internship. Communication, as I discussed earlier, I was hesitant in meetings. I dealt with this by preparing a structured note beforehand, which boosted my confidence during briefings with the CEO. Second challenge I faced was time management, as I occasionally underestimated the time required for complex scans and documentation. For that, I adopted to the Pomodoro technique and used Trello to break tasks into manageable subtasks. Technical troubleshooting when facing firewalls blocks during active scan was my final and last challenge, primary challenge. I researched and implemented fragmentation and decoy techniques to maintain assessment progress and to overcome this challenge. In conclusion, this internship solidified my technical proficiency in identifying attack surfaces and implementing automated defenses. I learned that professional accountability and strictly adhering to NDAs are as critical as testing of any system. Upon graduation, I plan to specialize in emerging threat research, particularly focusing on securing AI integrated systems. I am now better equipped for remaining modules and a professional career in cybersecurity operations. Thank you.